Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. Alice's Adventures in Wonderland by Lewis Carroll is a mesmerizing tale of whimsy, curiosity, and boundless imagination, following the extraordinary journey of a young girl named Alice. It begins on a lazy summer afternoon when Alice, sitting beside her sister on a riverbank, finds herself growing restless. As her sister reads a book without pictures or conversations, Alice's thoughts wander. Suddenly, her attention is captured by a peculiar white rabbit dressed in a waistcoat and clutching a pocket watch. Intrigued by the rabbit's exclamation of being late, Alice decides to follow him. Her curiosity drives her down a rabbit hole, where she tumbles into a world unlike anything she has ever known. The descent down the rabbit hole is long and surreal. As Alice falls, she notices shelves filled with strange objects, such as jars of marmalade, books, and maps. She feels neither fear nor panic, but instead a dreamy curiosity, pondering what will happen next. Eventually, she lands unhurt in a hallway lined with locked doors of varying sizes. In the center of the hall, Alice finds a small glass table with a tiny key and a mysterious bottle labeled "Drink Me." Following her instincts, she drinks from the bottle and shrinks to a size small enough to fit through a tiny door. However, she soon realizes the key remains on the table, far beyond her reach. Frustrated, Alice notices a cake labeled "Eat Me." Hoping it will solve her dilemma, she takes a bite, only to grow so enormous that her head nearly touches the ceiling. Overwhelmed by her size, she begins to cry, creating a pool of tears that floods the hallway. As Alice shrinks again, this time after using a fan she finds, she swims through the pool of her own tears. In this peculiar sea, she encounters a mouse and other animals, including a dodo, a lory, and an eaglet. Together they make their way to the shore, where they engage in a caucus race. The race, an absurd event where participants run in circles without a clear goal, epitomizes the nonsensical nature of Wonderland. At its conclusion, everyone is declared a winner, and prizes are distributed haphazardly, much to Alice's amusement and confusion. Alice soon meets the White Rabbit again, who seems flustered and preoccupied. Mistaking Alice for his maid, he orders her to retrieve his gloves and fan from his house. Eager to help, Alice complies and enters the rabbit's house, where she encounters yet another bottle labeled "Drink Me." She drinks it without hesitation and grows so large that she becomes trapped within the house, her limbs sticking out of the windows. Alarmed by her size, the rabbit and other animals outside try to force her out, throwing stones at the house. To Alice's surprise, the stones transform into cakes, and upon eating one, she shrinks back to her original size and escapes. As Alice ventures deeper into Wonderland, she encounters a blue caterpillar lounging atop a mushroom and smoking a hookah. The caterpillar speaks in a slow, deliberate, and cryptic manner, challenging Alice with questions that unsettle her sense of identity. "Who are you?" he asks, a question Alice struggles to answer, as her constant changes in size have left her questioning who she truly is. The caterpillar advises her to eat from the mushroom, explaining that one side will make her grow taller, and the other will make her smaller. Using pieces of the mushroom, Alice learns to control her size, a skill that proves invaluable as her journey progresses. Alice's next adventure takes her to the chaotic household of the Duchess. The Duchess is a gruff and unpleasant woman, whose home is filled with noise and confusion. The cook throws pots, pans, and pepper around the kitchen, causing everyone to sneeze incessantly. The Duchess herself seems indifferent to the mayhem, rocking a crying baby who, much to Alice's astonishment, transforms into a pig. Horrified and bemused, Alice escapes the house, carrying the pig baby briefly before letting it run off into the woods. Outside, Alice meets the Cheshire Cat, a grinning feline who can appear and disappear at will. The cat is both enigmatic and playful, offering Alice cryptic guidance about her journey. He tells her that everyone in Wonderland is mad and suggests she visit the March Hare and the Mad Hatter. The Cheshire Cat's wide grin and a peculiar logic leave a lasting impression on Alice as she ventures onward. The Mad Tea Party is one of the most iconic and surreal moments of Alice's adventures. Arriving at a long table set for tea, Alice meets the March Hare, the Mad Hatter, and a sleepy dormouse. The gathering is absurd, with conversations that defy logic and events that seem frozen in time. The Mad Hatter poses the famous riddle, "Why is a raven like a writing desk?" but never provides an answer, leaving Alice increasingly frustrated by the lack of coherence. The Dormouse tells bizarre stories, and the tea party devolves into chaos as the characters shift topics and behaviors without reason. Alice, exasperated by their antics, decides to leave. Her journey continues as she discovers a beautiful garden and stumbles upon the Queen of Hearts' croquet ground. The Queen of Hearts is a volatile and authoritarian ruler whose favorite phrase is "off with their heads." Her court is populated by playing card soldiers, the timid King of Hearts, and other strange characters. The croquet game itself is a chaotic affair, with live hedgehogs as balls and flamingos as mallets. The Queen's mood swings wildly, but Alice, gaining confidence, begins to stand her ground against the Queen's threats. While at the Queen's court, Alice encounters the Griffin and the Mock Turtle. The Mock Turtle is a sorrowful character who recounts his life story with a mix of puns and wordplay. He speaks nostalgically of his schooling in subjects like ambition and uglification, and he teaches Alice a dance called the Lobster Quadrille. These encounters, filled with humor and wordplay, highlight the whimsical and nonsensical nature of Wonderland. The climax of Alice's adventure occurs when she is called as a witness in a trial held at the Queen of Hearts' court. The trial centers on the mysterious theft of tarts, with the Knave of Hearts accused of the crime. The proceedings are chaotic and irrational, with the king acting as judge and the queen frequently interrupting to demand executions. The evidence presented is nonsensical, and the witnesses, including the Mad Hatter, contribute little to the case. As the trial progresses, Alice begins to grow larger and more assertive. When the queen orders her execution, Alice boldly declares, "You're nothing but a pack of cards." At this moment, the court of playing cards rises into the air and descends upon her. Alice wakes up suddenly to find herself back on the riverbank, her sister by her side. She realizes that her adventures in Wonderland were part of a vivid dream. As she recounts her experiences, her sister listens with a mixture of amusement and reflection. The story ends with Alice returning to her ordinary life, but with a renewed sense of curiosity and wonder about the world. Alice's Adventures in Wonderland is a celebration of imagination, curiosity, and the absurd. Through Alice's journey, Lewis Carroll explores themes of identity, adaptation, and the limits of logic. The nonsensical world of Wonderland challenges Alice to think creatively and embrace the unexpected, leading to her personal growth. Carroll's masterful use of language, wordplay, and surreal imagery creates a timeless tale that continues to captivate readers of all ages. The novel's enduring appeal lies in its ability to transport readers to a world where the impossible becomes possible. With its rich characters, whimsical settings, and playful narrative, Alice's Adventures in Wonderland remains one of the most beloved works of children's literature, inviting readers to lose themselves in its boundless creativity and wonder.